Welcome to Free Summits TV. This is your host, Frasier Linde, and today I'm happy to have Lianne Soller with us from Montreal, Canada. She has a master's and doctorate degree in epidemiology from McGill University and rounded that out with a certification in health coaching from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So she's definitely got a big background and a lot of knowledge around health and health-related topics. And if I'm correct, your thesis was in food allergens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely in the health space with us. So now you run a thriving business as a health coach for busy women entrepreneurs. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
So Lianne is with us today to share her Healthy and Wealthy Entrepreneur event, which is her second summit. You had earlier this year the Sweet Sleep Summit. That was definitely a good one. I checked out some of the talks on that.
Awesome.
So one of the questions I had for you today was, with the healthy and wealthy, when people hear the word wealthy, different people have different ideas. Some think it's kind of a negative goal, whereas some people see it in different ways. What's your take on that? What does it mean to you?
So actually, I kind of chose the title just because it was catchy and it rhymed. Healthy and wealthy. To me, I think wealthy means abundant, happy, successful. Wealth isn't necessarily only about money. So I definitely think that it encompasses all things positive. Success in your career, success in your life, in your relationships. Having money flow into your life abundantly and effortlessly, and just having a life that you ultimately love. That's what being wealthy really means.
Yeah, it's really what the person values is what's going to be wealthy, make them wealthy.
Exactly.
So, I noticed you did the one summit and then you did this one. How is doing summits going for you? You wanted to do it again, obviously, so I guess it was a good experience for you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so definitely building a summit is a really, really great way to increase your visibility as a business owner, to get a large audience of potential buyers to get to know, like, and trust you. And that's really a big part of being an entrepreneur and being a successful entrepreneur, is to have that list of potential buyers who love listening to what you do, who follow you, who interact with you. And Telesummit is a fantastic way to grow your audience and also to start really engaging with your potential clients. And they learn a lot about you during the interview process because, you share your insights and you share your personal stories with the experts as you're going through the interviews. It also allows you to, as the host, to make lots of really great friendships and potential partnerships with experts, which is, invaluable as you're trying to grow a business. I've met so many amazing entrepreneurs, and really, really successful entrepreneurs during this process. And I mean, I think that a telesummit is the best way to build an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you.
Definitely. I've heard a lot of those things from other summit hosts I've talked to. And I was going to say, as a viewer, one of the things I realized recently that's so great about summits is even if you're not around people who are into the same things as you are, in your home life or at work or anything, you still get that kind of immersion when you hear so many people talking about it, especially with comments from viewers and everything. So that's one of the great things I like about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree.
So my next question, what led you to the topic of the entrepreneurs from your sleep before? Was sleep a real focus of your coaching before and then you kind of shifted to entrepreneurs, or are they both kind of aspects of what you were doing?
So, I mean, I've always wanted to work with entrepreneurs, and I think only because I am an entrepreneur and I relate well to other entrepreneurs who are struggling, with their businesses. And The first summit was on sleep, simply because the majority of clients that I was talking to were having issues falling asleep and staying asleep. And so I decided to put together a panel of experts to talk about, some of the ways that we can get better sleep. And one of the reasons why we're not sleeping is because we're stressed. And, stress is a huge, huge issue for so many people. In this summit, I specifically wanted to attract entrepreneurs because that is really my ideal clients. And, the issues that entrepreneurs face are, they're similar to non-entrepreneurs, but there are some that are very unique. And, one of those being having a work-life balance when you're working from home. And I think that that's a huge problem for so many entrepreneurs because, we're working from home, we're isolated, we're home all the time. And so we don't really have that separation between work and play. And a lot of us then just spend our entire lives working, and we forget that whole play part of our lives, which is so important to health, happiness, and really ultimately success in our businesses. So that's really why I targeted entrepreneurs this time. And I'm so excited to share these interviews because, it sounds so taboo. Like you can have it all. You can have an amazing life. You can have an amazing business. And, but I've been speaking with experts who have that, who have achieved that. And they have achieved that in a way that doesn't sacrifice their health and happiness, their families, their joy. So it's been amazing doing these interviews, and I'm so excited to share them with everyone.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique challenge for people because the things that we do to cope or make things work for us are so different as an entrepreneur compared to working like a normal job.
Definitely.
It's definitely easy to get addicted to getting things done because you're seeing the rewards, so you want to keep doing it. But if you do neglect the rest of your life, it definitely can take things in a not the ideal direction.
Yeah, and I mean the other part of that is you mentioned you see it working, you see success, but a lot of us don't see success, and so part of the summit is actually teaching you to have a business that you love. We all started a business because we have a passion, we have a purpose, and this is our purpose in the world, is to serve people, to help people, and also to make money doing what we love, right? But what happens is as we're going through the daily grind of working on our websites, working on blogs, trying to find clients. I mean, this is like the age-old question is like, where do I find clients and how do I sell to them? And so part of the summit is actually teaching entrepreneurs how to build an audience, how to get more clients, how to share their unique stories and their unique values with people to actually get more clients and make more money and ultimately have that business that you want to love, but that you're feeling kind of stuck in. So that's the other side of it. So it's the healthy part, but it's also having that business that's thriving and your life that's thriving. So that's what this is all about.
So it's the whole package.
Totally. Yes.
Okay. Well, that ties into my last question, which is what makes this summit different from other entrepreneur summits that viewers may have seen before?
Yeah. So this summit is, it's so awesome. There's so many amazing speakers on it, and it's really about, it's the whole package. It's not only teaching you how to eat better. It's not only teaching you about meditation, but it's also, teaching you about work-life balance and about how you can have a thriving business without working from sun up to sundown. It teaches you all about how to incorporate happiness and health into your business. So it's not just teaching you strategies on how to build a business, but it's actually teaching you how to love your life while building that business. And I think that that's kind of what's unique about it, is it incorporates the two sides of the story that you normally see in entrepreneur summits. One side being the business building strategies and the other side being health. We see so many health summits, but most of them are not geared towards entrepreneurs. And And that's the problem, because as entrepreneurs, we're so busy, and we don't have time to be, planning our meals and working out an hour a day and doing X, Y, Z that some of the health summits might talk about. And then on the business building side, we don't necessarily have the expertise, and we don't have the time to be incorporating like 21 tips to build $5,000 in your inbox today. So I think it's really just learning how to be healthy and build a business at the same time, and not having to give up one or the other. So that's really what's unique about it.
Yeah, definitely giving the balance and tying the two together I think does fill a void that we haven't seen in summits in the past. So that's great. So again, Lianne's summit was the Healthy and Wealthy Entrepreneur, and you can click on the link below to get in for free.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Frasier, for having me.
Thank you.